the topic, the substantive topic that we've tabled out for discussion. 2025 State of the Nation Address.
Sure.
The New Patriotic Party in Parliament held a press conference. I think it was yesterday. Was it yesterday or today? Yesterday. And they described the President's State of the Nation Address as the false State of the Nation Address, and that what they presented was the true State of the Nation.
Okay.
They described what President Mahama did in Parliament as propaganda. Do you hold same views with them, or you have a contrary view, you know, with regards to what the New Patriotic Party Minority Caucus in Parliament has been saying?
Justice, let me say this.
You are an economist, and I know that you come from.
Going to do
you
that
obviously
from
come
the
from
economic perspective. But let me have some orbital datum, some passing comment before I come to the economy.
You can go ahead.
Precisely. You know, Justice, let me be very frank with the NPP. I don't envy them one bit.
Okay.
The situation the NPP find itself is very bizarre for them.
Right.
Very catastrophic for them. The NPP thought they could hoodwink Ghanaians, bamboos Ghanaians, make Ghanaians so malleable and choose to do anything they want with the Ghanaians. But the complex Ghanaians on 7 December 2024 showed them red card. And the NPP have not recovered from that humiliating defeat. And all I see them do, instead for the NPP to sit back to do proper introspection, they are doing firefighting.
Okay.
And if the NPP is not careful, this is a free consultancy. If they are not very careful, there is going to be a repetition of 1978, 1979. Do you know that history?
What's that history?
Progress Party gave birth to PFP and UNC. Popular Front Party United National Convention.
Right.
That split party gave birth to Victor Usu and Paoli. Victor Usu from the Ashanti region, Paoli from the Eastern Bloc. Consequentially, the NPP stayed in opposition for 30 solid good years.
You think that they are repeating same mistakes?
It is happening.
I see.
Unless, of course, you're not a student of history. But anybody who is a student of politics and history will align with me that the current happenings in the NPP has a history. History is the audacity of hope. And there's a repetition of 1978 in 2024, whereby there was a split of UNC and PFP that kept the NPP in opposition for 30 solid good years. I am not here to stretch an argument that the NPP was in opposition for 30 years. If they do, I'll be very happy. Now let me come to Article 67 of the 1992 Constitution.
No problem.
A president delivering State of Nation address is constitutional.
Right.
And with your kind permission, let me read Article 67. It reads, presidential message. The president shall, at the beginning of each session of Parliament and before a dissolution of Parliament, deliver to Parliament a message on the state of the nation.
Okay.
So Article 67 makes it mandatory and is compulsory on the part of the president to give the truth verdict of the nation. However, there is a precursor to 2025.
Right.
The precursor to 2025 is 2024. So if anybody wants to be oblivious of the fact, or you want to close your eyes to the data, the reset going around, let me take them to the outcome of election 2024. Look, assuming without admitting that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama presented an address that is not appetizing to the NPP, they should go back and look at the electoral outcome in 2024.
It doesn't represent the true state of the nation. In
fact, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, but for constitutional stipulation, does not even need to present State of Nation address. The State of Nation address is whereby a 137 governing party goes into an election, reduces from 137 to 88. That is the true State of the Nation address for them.
I see.
Yes. A sitting president government with 53% upon presidential goes into an election, declined to 38.2.
So you think that they don't have the right to point out falsehoods in the State of the Nation address presented by the president?
What I'm saying is that silence is always golden. At times it is not the loudest in the room that makes sense.
Okay.
So if I were the NPP, I would take a backstage for some time, then come back with a regrouping strategy. Because the true state of Ghana is that Ghanaians joined a queue. And at the end of joining the queue, they gave the NDC two-thirds majority.
Okay.
They gave Ghanaians 4 independent members of parliament. And at the end of the day, these 4 independent MPs are saying they want to align with the NDC. Today, when you go to parliament, the NDC hold almost 188 caucus. You, the MPP, you are having a humiliating 88 micro minority size. So you see, But for this constitution, if me, I'm allowed to even present it to the national address, I won't talk much. All I'll tell them in the truth of the national address is the electoral verdict you give. So whereby you gave the MDC 57% presidential to test majority in parliament. But the true state of it is whereby for the very first time the NDC had 33% in Ashanti region, very unprecedented. Even historically, the late Rawlings, who was a super leader, could only garner 32% in Ashanti region. NDC in 2024 garnered 33%. That should tell you that the true state of Ghana is what Ghanaians gave you in 2024.
But they believe that, yes, the president presented a state of a nation address, but he's been very disingenuous in the document that he presented to parliament.
Precisely.
Now, one of the things they have indicated is about, you know, an accusation that the president leveled against the erstwhile NPP administration that they ended the year with a headline inflation of 3.8%, above the IMF target of 18%. They believe that the president could have done better. He could have factored in COVID-19, Russia-Ukraine war and stuff like that. That hit the New Patriotic Party government. In fact, in their submission, they indicated that when they took over power in 2016, as at 2017, they reduced inflation from 15.4% to somewhere around 11.2% or something. 2018, it came down to I think 9 point something, and 2019 it was around 7 point something. 2 years on the road, they maintained inflation at a single digit. It was until 2020 when COVID hit that inflation jumped from 7 point something percent again to 12 point something percent. Then it went to 2021. It went to I think 12 point something percent again, and then in 2022 when we are at the peak of COVID-19, it went to 54.2%. And so any reasonable person should have known that it was as a result of COVID-19 that we saw inflation going up under the NPP regime. Even with that, they reduced it further after 2020, 2022, 2023, 2024. 2024, before they left power, they brought it back to 23%. You should clap for the New Patriotic Party government for, you know, that massive achievement and stuff like
Justice, anybody who aligns his thinking and thoughts with the NPP can sell the devil to Ghanaians as Jesus Christ. Or is
anybody who aligns
his thoughts with NPP can sell the devil to Ghanaians as Muhammad.
Why are you saying so?
Or Jesus Christ. Look, as an economist, I love science and data. So I wouldn't love to make a pedestrian argument. This is a data from Global Info Analytics. I don't know if your camera captures it.
Yeah, it has captured it.
Thank you. Let me take you to let me give you the metrics of their research. Now, sample size 952, online 445, field interview 507, confidence level stand at 95%, margin of error is plus or minus 3.20. It simply means that there is a document that you can confidently rely on. I take you to page 5 of the report, and it is talking about direction of the country. And it's making comparison of 2024-2025. As of 2024, the right direction of Ghana in the hands of the NPP was 22%. So right direction, meaning that the economic trajectory, political governance, fighting corruption, confidence of investors stood at just 22%. His Excellency Mahama takes over the reins of government in February. And as of February, the confidence of the NPP then, who stood at 22%, had jumped to 70%. That is data. The NPP should avail themselves to data, scientific data, not pedestrian arguments. So you have a data that as of 2024, the right direction of the country, as of the NPP, stood at 22%. Mahama takes over, and by February 2025, it has shot up to 70%. Let me come to wrong direction. As of 2024, when the NPP was leading the country, wrong direction was 63%. 68%. 68. Mahama takes over, and wrong direction declined to just 16%. That is scientific data. Let me take you to another option. President job approval. As of when His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo was leading the country, 2024, his approval rate was 32%. His Excellency Mahama takes over, and as of February, it's jumped to 84%. 84%. So you see, standard of living, there is science and data. Improved. As of 2024, the improvement in people's standard of living was just 20%. His Excellency Mahama takes over, it moved from 20% to 32%. That is science and data.
Is that what Ghanaians believe?
Yes.
Believe that, yeah, okay. Right.
Yes. Optimism influence standard of living. As of 2024, their optimism level, the hope of Ghanaians in the government that their standard of living will improve was 32%. His Excellency Mahama takes over, then it jumps to 78%. This is science and data. Last of it all, satisfaction with Dramana's appointees. And that is very crucial.
Okay.
Because we had a certain leadership in this country, they were so intransigent, they were non-listening, they had clocked back to their ears. Look, appointees of Mahama. Ghanaians were satisfied by a whooping 82%.
Okay.
And they were not satisfied by just 12%. Now, if I take this data and I want to do proper analysis,
okay,
then let me take again another data released 17 February 2025. And this data is talking about the right direction of country region by region. One is Ahafo region. Right direction. As of today, Mahama is in charge, Sassala Mahama is in charge. 77%. Akufo-Addo, 22% right direction. As of today, Ashanti region, 59%. As of today, Bono region, 73%. Bono East region, 65%. 72%. Central region, 65%. Eastern region, 59%. Greater Accra, 76%. Northeast region, 71%. Northern region, 69%. OT region, 68%. Savannah region, 89%. Upper East region, 81%. Upper West region, 82%. Volta region, 75%. Western region, 82%. Western North, 82%. Average of all is a whooping 74%. Okay. Now, if I take this data and I'm to do extrapolation, no man born of a woman can convince me that the State of the Nation address and His Excellency Mahama is a more optimizing one. Look, Ghanaians voted against the wrong direction.
Okay.
And they wanted to reposition the country in the hands of a competent leader. And that is why, look, there was an element of resetting and upgrade. And Ghanaians chose a reset. And the reset was premised on three things. Jobs, accountability, prosperity. Look, I have in a report from the Finance Ministry.
Okay.
And that report is talking about state-owned enterprises and their indebtedness. Look, when I hear the NPP talk, there is page 2020 of the Finance Minister's address delivered at the NET Forum. If you take Electricity Company of Ghana, Ghana Great Company, Volta River Authority, PSC Tema Shipyard, subsidiary of Gapoha, Ghana Railway Company Limited, Ghana Cylinder Water, all down here, the indebtedness of this state-owned enterprise and the NPP is almost 200 billion Ghana cedi. NPP should be ashamed. NPP should be ashamed. Look, every single agency under them is in red lights.
But B.O.T, you've not denied that COVID-19 ravaged.
I'm coming to that. Look, the most inexcusable excuse.
Okay.
I repeat,
it's COVID-19.
The most inexcusable excuse, the most laziest excuse, the most lame-duck excuse of any NPP member to make to atone for their inefficiency, incompetence, their inability to perform is COVID-19. Look, but for COVID-19, NPP got a whooping 21 billion Ghana cedi. And that is not me saying.
Right.
That is Auditor General report stating that because of COVID-19, IMF, Africa Development Bank, and the Central Bank of Ghana, gave the Ghana government an amount totally over 21 billion. As we speak today, some COVID-19 vaccines, almost 81 million Ghana cedi is in debt. So the MPP must not use COVID as an excuse. Look, you use COVID, Ukraine, Russia, our Ghanaians have punished you. Can't you pick a common sense out of it? You run and run everywhere. You ask the NPP.
So you
inflation is skyrocketing.
You think that
unemployment is high.
You think that using COVID-19 and Russia-Ukraine war as a yardstick to why inflation went that high is a non-starter?
Let me tell you, the NPP resorted to clutch back on COVID-19, Ukraine-Russia war as a respite for their incompetency. Ghanaians went to the polls 7 December and gave you humiliating defeat.
Okay.
If I were the NPP, I would do proper introspection.
Right.
Sit back at home and begin to question my conscience. Because the best pillow in life is clear conscience. The MPPs begin to lack conscience. If the NPP were to have a modicum of conscience of the political scene, they should begin to realize that we resorted to COVID-19, Ukraine-Russia war. The verdict of that is number 1, 64 members of parliament. Number 2, the end result, the net result of that is Ghanaians gave Mahama an elephant-sized presidential result. So resorting to Ukraine-Russia COVID-19 is a lame duck excuse.
Great.
It's non-starter.
I've been prompted that we have just 5 minutes more. Now my time is just 40 minutes. But with the 5 minutes, let's deal with some other issues that they raised.
Precisely.
And this has to do with, I don't want to go to the financial performance, but financial...
For crying out loud, there was National Economic Dialogue Forum. Being organized by the government, finance ministry, civil society, journalists were involved. As of this evening, they've come out with a communique. I don't know if you've gotten a copy.
No, I've not seen a copy. I don't have a copy.
And Justice, there are some interesting development coming out that Ghanaians should just give themselves thumbs up. And I would love to use just 3 minutes to touch on that.
We have 5 minutes though.
One is about tax reforms. So under prioritized effort to restore macroeconomic stability and regain confidence in the economy, what the NDC government now wants to do is to marry fiscal and monetary policy operations so that we can keep inflation in a controlled manner, we can keep policy rate in a measured manner, and once inflation is curtailed, policy rate is curtailed, it makes the cost of doing business cheaper. Number 2, we seek to also have a major tax reform and expand the tax net, because as of today, the tax regime of Ghana government to GDP is around 13.5%. We, the NDC, hope to move it from that level to about 16% by end of 2025. The next of it after the forum is direct a portion of banks' cash reserve requirement toward credit creation and provide tailored financing. And that is key because, do you know that most banks in Ghana have what we call the cash reserve? And the cash reserve is what you go and keep at the Bank of Ghana to protect your minimum capacity. What the NDC government will seek to do, if this is accepted, is that they will free that cash reserve to make it for business people to be able to go out there and borrow. So that when this cash reserve is made available to the public, cost of doing business will become cheaper. The next of it, government of Ghana is seeking to bring back cocoa board from Agric Ministry to Finance Ministry. It is all because of the syndicated loan, the indebtedness, and our ability to ring fence. The last of it all is develop a comprehensive regulatory framework for political party financing. What the NDC is seeking to do in the near future is to ensure that political party must be financed, and I believe in it. If we have a robust regulatory mechanism to finance some activities of political parties, it will make the cost of doing politics affordable for the intelligentsia class. This will tell you that the National Economic Dialogue of the NDC was worth every expenditure incurred. And I'm urging the NPP that if they begin to embark on an arena of boycott, they will boycott election 2028.
Right, and we have just 3 minutes more to go. But